Good morning, everybody. Adam coming at you once again. Welcome to another episode of Adam's the Adventures. And this weekend, we are at Gettysburg National Historic Site. It is Kathy and I's 4th anniversary, even though we've been together for 17 years or something like that, but put that aside. We decided to come down here for a little weekend getaway vacation. We don't have the dogs with us. We have a dog sitter for them. So we're going to be going around and checking out all the historic sites here in Gettysburg. Hopefully it's pretty cool. And yeah, we'll see exactly what happens. It's going to be awesome. Really looking forward to it. We already pre-bought our tickets for the museum tour and everything like that. But it seems like it's a ghost town here right now, so we'll see exactly what happens. But anyway, come with us and see all the cool sights that we could come across. Hey, Abe. You hear Kathy sneezing in the background, probably. We are filming. Kathy bought me a GoPro Hero 8 Black. So that is what we are filming on today. I just kind of asked some people what the settings were that they filmed on. So I don't know how it's going to come out. Well, we'll make the best of it. An old replica cannon. It's even got a rifled barrel on it. I would not want to be on the business end of that. Alright, we are on the self-guided walking tour. I didn't see no pamphlets to describe any of the area, but pretty nice paved trail so far. And I have to say, what Kathy mentioned a little bit ago is it's extremely quiet around here. Some really nice area. This is the Lydia Leicester farm, which was used as the Civil War hospital. Pretty neat. Press red button for message.
This was the home of the widow Leicester and her children when war clouds began to gather at Gettysburg. Throughout the first day of battle, Mrs. Leicester could hear the roar of gunfire a mile westward, but she decided to remain at home. In the evening of that day, however, some of General Newton's men could be seen rushing over the ridge and stopping at the stone fence. Thus warned of the danger of battle about her own house and fields, Widow Leicester moved her family that evening to the home of relatives down the Baltimore Pike. That night at midnight, the Union Commander-in-Chief, General George Meade, finding the house vacant, established his headquarters there. Located in the rear and right behind the center of the Union lines, the house became the nerve center of command. Here in the East Room, late in the evening of July 2nd, Union commanders met with General Meade to decide whether to hold their ground and fight it out. Shattered boards and gaping shell holes in the house and the nearby barn soon told the story of the heavy shelling from Confederate artillery fire preceding Pickett's charge. Driven from the house by the pounding of the shells, General Meade moved his headquarters to Powers Hill, a mile to the rear. Repaired soon after the battle, the house has stood through the years as it appeared in those fateful days of July 1863.
All right, did you get all that? That was pretty neat. All right, let's continue walking. This looks almost like it might be an old well or something like that, capped off. This must be the old barn that they were speaking of. One thing that caught my eye, I don't know if you can tell, but the lap of the roofing on that, it's pretty neat. I don't know, the weird small details I pick up on things. Alright, let's keep going. I was just telling Kathy, you know, I'm not a weirdo or anything like that, but like when I walked up to that hospital down there, I started getting like a weird vibe. Like, I don't know, you just kind of feel funny. I don't know. I guess that's the powers to be, I guess. I don't know. It's the first time that's ever happened to me. Alright, we are going to take a look at this and then head back down to the museum. We have to pick our tickets up at will call so we can do the museum tour. Got the cannonballs right there. This is really neat. Alright, let's head back to the museum and see what we can see there. Some of the musical instruments of the period. I wonder which one of these were the sharpshooting rifles. That's pretty neat. Huge relief map of the Gettysburg area. Check out this tree. It has bullets stuck into it in fragments. See one there. See like a musket ball right there. Oh yeah. Holy crap, look at that side of that piece of metal. Can you imagine that thing flying at you? Holy cow. Look at the musket ball. It almost looks like a face.
July 3rd, 1863. You are standing on the westward slopes of Cemetery Ridge, just behind the center of the Union line. Through 2 days of desperate fighting, neither army, Union or Confederate, has been able to gain a decisive advantage. General Meade and his Union Army have fought a strong defensive battle against waves of Confederate attacks. But today, General Lee believes open fire, Union guns thunder back. The massive bombardment continues for nearly 2 hours.
Darken the air with smoke and death-dealing missiles. The earth seems unsteady, the air agitated by the wings of death.
The field is covered in thick smoke. Neither side can see its targets. By 2:30 p.m., the Confederates begin to run short of ammunition. At General Longstreet's nod, commanders shout orders, and the Confederate infantry step out of the woods and rise up from the fields. 12,000 strong, they begin to march. A mile away, some 7,000 Union troops await their advance.
Lost my balance. Looks like a cannonball must have went through it. It's all the floor joists. This is what I was interested in. Look at that. The guy out there said that this Top Gun weighs like 39 pounds. Look at that. 2 fused bullets. Alright guys, that was really freaking cool. Man, that cyclorama, if nobody's ever done that, you gotta come. Like, it feels real. I mean, it's crazy how it was. So, well, we are out of the museum now. We are headed to the car. I think we're gonna go and see if we get a bite to eat somewhere, and then do a tour of the battlefield via automobile. And maybe some walking. We'll see how it goes. Alright, catch you in a bit. If anyone is here in downtown Gettysburg and looking for a place to eat, the Blue and Gray Bar and Grill is fantastic. Get the cheese sticks. It's awesome.
Cavalry divisions of the Confederate Army. This monument is much larger than the other Confederate monuments in Gettysburg because Virginia's army formed the largest contingent of the Confederate forces during the battle. They suffered the greatest losses and made the greatest progress towards a victory attempt. Lee also faces the location of the famous Pickett's Charge, which you'll hear all about when we get to the third and final day of the battle. Does it seem strange to you to commemorate Confederate soldiers on this historic field? You aren't alone. In recent years, many have argued that Confederate monuments have little place in modern America because the Confederacy fought directly to uphold the abhorrent practice of slavery.
This little round top. Apparently you go up in that tower.
This one here looks like it is.
I'm afraid of.
Pretty freaking cool.
Someone going up.
All the rocks here where everyone could hide.
Because we're up so high.
That's nothing.
What's that? We're at the Devil's Den. Some pretty cool rock structures here. It's really freaking cool. Look at that. This rock is really smooth. Like, I'm sliding on it. It's probably from years of people climbing on it like what I'm doing right now.
I see that big snake they're talking about.
Never mind.
I'll wait here. That was me when I came here and put in.
Woo! Oh my god. My claustrophobia is...
Yeah, I know the feeling. All right, see you guys up at the top.
This is awesome, but it's also extremely busy here. I wasn't holding the camera, I'd climb up that. But I'm not gonna do that right now because I don't want to break my neck. Crocs aren't the best thing to be wearing on these rocks, that's for sure. But I just think it's years of people walking on it that has caused them to become slippery like this. Watch me. Maybe. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Okay. Whew, that was a little rough. This quite is the Labyrinth of Rocks. Really cool. There's people coming through the cave right there.
See how deep these are? I know, right?
And that's up there where we were just a little bit ago. That's Little Round Top. And where the Confederates were over here, the Union was on the other side. And there was sharpshooters over there taking out the officers on this side. A little bridge here. This is awesome. All the garbage. Jeez. People are idiots, you know that?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't jump. Just jump into that rock face, go that way. You'll be fine. Don't worry. I got you. Just get me the bike. I run down.
This way? I just scaled all those boulders on the other side. And the rocks are really freaking slippery. And especially with Crocs. I had to put the camera down a couple times to get up over them.
I was wondering what was taking you so long.
All right, that's gonna conclude my tour for the Devil's Den, and what do they call it, Valley of Blood, or Blood Valley, something like that, I forget. But all right, let's jump in the car and continue on to the next place. That's exciting. If you look up there on the house, you can see where. How do you zoom this thing? I don't know. You can see up there where the hole is, where like a cannonball went through. This here's the Pennsylvania Monument. The largest monument within the park. They say there's a spiral staircase that you can take to the top, but whether it is open right now, we're going to find out. It is getting hot out here. Holy crap. I forgot my sunglasses too at the house. Looks like all the names of the soldiers. Inscripted.
Yeah. I mean, I saw what everybody shared about Brenda. You were one of 40 people my friends used to share that.
Oh, it's closed.
Not long after that.
And there's Lincoln himself. What we got here is the pillar of eternal flame. Eternal light, eternal peace light, or something on the lines of that. If you see the flame burning at the top, that's pretty neat. And the base of it is built by stone from the north, and the pillar is built from stone from the south, insinuating that you know, peace between the north and the south. Now this is really cool. It's like an old rock wall that was built. It almost looks like it was something that the soldiers could take cover behind. Pretty neat. It looks like it keeps on going a little ways down there. This is up on top of Big Round Top. This is the trail that we didn't take earlier because we didn't see it until we were leaving and it was really busy. Keep going up the trail here. We'll see where we end up. Some monuments up here. 1885. Can you imagine hauling a piece of granite like that up this hill? Holy crap. You can tell this trail's old because it's paved, but it's all broken apart quite a bit. There's a lot of these markers around here. Let's keep on going. Hopefully there's a lookout. I don't want to take too much time because it's getting dark and I still want to go back to Little Round Top and Devil's Den because it was just crawling with people earlier. You couldn't really get a good intimate style experience there, you know. Oh, excuse me. Had a huge lunch. I'm still dying from it. You guys have to go to that, was it Black and Gray or Blue and Gray Bar and Grill? Oh man, food was fantastic. And all I had was a cheeseburger. It was awesome. Alright, let's see what we're coming up to here. Sorry if there's a little bit of wind. I don't know how good this GoPro cuts the wind out. I hear it's fantastic, but we'll see what happens. Just some dense forest and cicadas. You hear the cicadas going? Alright. Keep going. Oh look, a big monument up here. Let's see what this thing is. This position. Oh. I can't believe the amount of monuments that are all throughout this place. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. So. Some steps right here. And here was more of these walls that are built. Now I don't know if the Union soldiers built those as barricades to protect themselves against gunfire, or if that was built after the fact. But either way, probably looks amazing here in the fall. But make sure Kathy's not over here somewhere. I don't see her. So we're gonna jump down those steps that we just saw and head back down to the car. Okay guys, really freaking weird. I was just walking down this trail and I don't want to sound like a freak or anything like that, but I walked through a freaking spot and it was cold, and all the hair on my arms stood up and I got the shivers. They say you get some weird experiences in these woods when you're walking around, and that was definitely something freaking weird. Even if you watched earlier when I went past that house, when me and Kathy first got here, I said I was getting some weird vibes. Well, that was freaking weird. It's fine right now, but there was a spot up there I walked through and it felt cold, and like the hairs on the back, on my arms and the back of my neck all stood up, and I got the chills. I never experienced anything like that. That was definitely interesting. I'm not one to talk about stuff like this, you know. Of course, I watch, you know, Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures all the time and stuff like that, but that was the first time something like that's really happened to me. Kind of a neat experience, if you ask me. I don't know. Could have been nothing. I don't know. Oh, wait till I tell Kathy about that. Holy crap. It was, it like gives you, it's like the heebie-jeebies almost, you feel, you know? You know how if you're at the top of a building and you go to the edge and look down and you get that like weird feeling in your feet and gut? That's kind of what it felt like. I don't know. All right, let's keep on going. Enough rambling here. You guys probably think I'm a freak right now, but okay, let's go. They say that these are the breastworks, like the barricades that the soldiers built back then, and that they are still here from all the way back then. We are on Little Round Top. If you look, Kathy's up in the top of the monument up there. It was so crowded here earlier, you couldn't get down here. So I'm glad we came back out here tonight so we can look around just a little bit more. Can you imagine that? That's like 500 yards away, that Devil's Den, and that's where the Confederates were, and where we are is where the Union was. And there were sharpshooters that would shoot from here and shoot the people off those rocks over there. That is crazy, crazy to think. With the firearms that they had back then, you know, with the muskets and everything like that, that is just insane. One thing I'm worried about a little bit is, you know, if there's any rattlesnakes or copperheads in amongst these rocks. You know me, I love my snakes. Oh. Alright, let's get back up here and continue on the tour. Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning, and before we left, last night I wanted to come and do a walk through the Soldiers National Cemetery, but just as we were getting here, a huge thunderstorm came through, so we couldn't do it. So we figured we'd hit this early this morning and take a walk around the cemetery here, just to see, just to check it out and everything like that. So yeah, it's just going to be looking around for right now. But all right, that said, let's get on our adventure. We're just looking around this gun and came across one of those painted rocks that people leave everywhere. Pretty neat. All these stones are numbered, and I'm assuming that it's the marked graves of unknown soldiers. A little monument thing over here. Let's go take a look. Let's see what this is. Oh, that's a little freaky. Unknown, 425 bodies. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And there's the same thing over here. These ones are named. U.S. regulars, 138 bodies. Now, I'm not sure, but I think this is where they think Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address. I thought it was this one, but there's also a big monument right over there on the other side of those trees. So I'm not exactly sure where. Let's take a walk down here, we'll see what it looks like. Let's go take a look. says State of New York on it, so I'm not really sure exactly what this entails. On the New York Monument. So I'm assuming that's the one up there where he gave the Gettysburg Address. Look at all these unknown graves. It's quite humbling. You know, I really wish I brushed up on some more of my Civil War history so I knew the significance of these monuments and places and stuff like that, but I'll be the first to admit I didn't. We just came down here. It would probably, if I learned a lot more on what happened and why it happened, it would be a lot more significant and I can explain a little bit more to you, but you know, it was something I didn't do. But anyway, we're gonna keep on walking and see where we end up. All right, everyone. Well, this is gonna conclude our Gettysburg weekend vacation for our anniversary. It was awesome. Really enjoyed it. A lot of cool sights and neat things to see around here. I don't know how the sun glare is, but definitely had a good time. I recommend coming down here. And yeah, we'll see you on the next episode of Adam's Adventures. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.